My name is Brittany Bolin. I was one of the Chamber's students back in May 2015, and his service was one of the stepping stones for me taking steps to change my life completely. One of the troubles that I had was I was always very good at identifying what was wrong or what was, what I might have been afraid of or what I felt like was truly blocking me from the progress I was looking for. But I had huge issues with getting out of my own way. And the people I was around was not giving me the feedback that I needed for me to see what I could not see. So that was always a huge hindrance for me getting in my own way. The way that I want to describe that it helped me the most was that it helped me honestly realize that I didn't know everything. That I didn't know everything and that there were, tools and steps that I could use to kind of, organize my thinking and and really put a plan of action behind it instead of constantly have myself in a whirlwind and in this cycle that I felt like I couldn't get out of. And, really kind of like just putting my feelings to the side, not necessarily ignoring them, but putting them to the side and becoming more logical and practical about what I was doing on a daily, consistent basis and what I needed to do to get out of my own way. Well, here's the thing. After this coaching thing, I went full force with it. I completely got myself out of a toxic, very long relationship that I was very, very heavily deep into. That I felt like I felt like I could not get out. Through Chambers coaching, I was able to get out of it and be okay with it, and not carry on guilt or shame or regret or uncertainty with me starting on a new life. I'm in the real estate business. That September, I was able to, close two deals and made over 40 grand in profit that month. And I truly believe that all of this stems from Demecos training, because he was able to help me get out of my own way, which pretty much meant, to get away from people and toxic relationships that weren't going to help and continue my growth. It was one of the most profound and life-changing business decisions and coaching decisions that I had ever made in my career. For me, it was a no-brainer. I had my my initial consultation with Chambers. I read his content. It made sense. And in business, when something makes sense and then it feels good, it's kind of like a no-brainer. You just kind of have to go with it, trust your gut, make the investment, and do it. And it's been a huge benefit and a huge change in my life. I would recommend this type of coaching for anyone out there that feels stuck, which I know is a lot of people out there. Anybody that feels stuck, not skeptical. Skeptical and stuck are two different things. If you're skeptical about everything, then you can't see opportunity when it's knocking on your door. But when you feel stuck, that means you are literally crying and really searching for help, and you're just not really sure what to do with it. Now, when you get in those spaces when you are really stuck and you can't count on friends and family, and you feel like no one understands, that's when it's really time to look for coaching and services and people out there who are really kind of tailored towards helping you with whatever deep rooted fears that you have. That's the only reason why you can feel stuck. Is when you have a fear of making a huge change or making and changing your habits. So that's the type of person I would recommend for this, is a person who feels stuck and that's looking for help. Somebody who's going to take action with it. You know, whenever you're making any type of progress in your life, not just business, whatever it is your heart desires, whatever it is that's really pulling you towards a different a different agenda, or just something different, something new, something you're really crying out for. You really got to take that jump, and you really got to hear and feel what somebody's saying, and be like, you know what, this person knows what they're talking about. This person is an expert in their field. I'm going to listen because I have no idea what it could do for me. The shift happened with me immediately after I had this coaching session with Chambers, and it was really because I was determined to listen to what he was saying and then apply it, not just pay for it, download it, read it, and then kind of sit there. I applied it completely and totally. And it was really because he had opened my eyes up so much to who I really was and who I was forgetting that I was, that it was just kind of like a no-brainer. It was just like, holy shit, like I've been having the answer right in front of me the whole time. But you can only do so much on your own. You need people, you need support, you need people out there who have services out there that can truly, truly help you have a great and profound life. Chambers has been, I've been watching his journey from afar. He's great. He's going to do great things. I know one of his big inspirations is Tony Robbins, and I already know that he's going to take what Tony Robbins has done and just take it to a whole other level, because he's really diving deep with, with people and issues, and really, helping people understand that they can live a happy, fulfilling life, living their dreams, whatever they may be, and be okay with it, and not, and not really worry about, like, whatever. One thing I've learned about fear is basically just telling you that, it's not going to be okay. You can have all the great outcomes, but eventually something's bad is going to happen, and that's what stops a lot of people. So, if you're out there and you've considered, Chambers' program, and if you've listened to him, if you had a consultation with him, now's the time to really take action, especially, with it about to be the end of 2016. I know it's been a lot of, shifts and changes in this year. I'm pretty sure, not just in my life, I'm pretty sure in a lot of people's lives out there as well. Just do it. Don't think about it. Do it. Sometimes thinking will stop you. Sometimes you just gotta, not sometimes, a lot of times you just gotta do it, especially if it's something in your heart that's been gnawing at you, eating at you. The thing about it is, when there's something calling for you and there's a passion in your heart, you can't ignore it. It gets too loud. And then you could try to drown it out all you want, but it's better to really just be able to open up and talk with somebody about that who understands it, not somebody who's going to pat you in the back or drown you out. Somebody who's going to listen and point you in the right direction and give you action, give you steps and direction for you to get out of whatever you're in. So, yeah, so, definitely just do it, man. Just do it. Chambers, you already know, I love you. Much love to you. And I can't wait to see what Be Good or Be Great really, really becomes. I'm watching from afar, so you already know I'm a huge fan of upcoming businesses. So, I'm watching you, you watching me. Let's just keep going and get it done.